Hi guys, and welcome back to Reed's Readers with your host, Clint Reed. And yes, I know, different sort of setup, being a little lazy because life's been a little bit crazy. Now, I've got an unboxing to do with you guys today. Let me back up so I'm not so close. Got an unboxing from Bookoutlet. Now, I will state I've already opened said box. I've already looked at all the books and already found spots on my shelves for them. But I thought I'd put it all back in the thing and share with you what books I got and how much I spent and what they're about. Thought I'd take a leaf out of a friend of mine's, the way she does her book outlet, and I basically tell you what each of these books are about, why I got them, and if they're entertaining or not. So maybe we can check up in a year and see if I've actually read them or not. I will state I heard contemporary thons coming very soon, so a lot of these are very contemporary, and I'm not usually one for some contemporary, but I thought, why not? Just got my little notice right here. I'm gonna fold it up. I'm gonna sit right here and just gonna sit the books behind me. No move deal. We'll move some things. This isn't normally my setup, but hey. I feel like being a little lazy. Okay, guys? Ooh, dust. Ooh, shit. I need to clean my shelves. Sorry, guys. Okay. The first two books I see in here I got because Julie at Pages and Pens suggests these books, and they're two of her all-time favorite books. So why not check them out? She speaks really highly of them, and they've never, her and Chelsea Darling, I have never not been I've never been disappointed by a book they've suggested. They turned me on to The Wicked Deep. They've turned me on to Summer of Salt by Katrina Lino, which, the reason why I have this here, you'll understand in a minute. But one of her favorite contemporaries, Julie's, is This Adventure Ends by Emma Mills, which I only spent $3.19 on, so I was like, hey, why not? It's a gorgeous cover. Just so pretty, and that glare, though, I just love it. And I thought if I end up liking it, when Bookoutlet gets a hardback copy or somewhere else find a hardback copy for cheap, might pick it up. But let's see what this book is about. Every adventure ends, but here's where one begins. Sloane isn't expecting to fall in love with a group of friends when she moves from New York to Florida, especially not a group of friends so intense, so layered with private tragedies and secret codes, so all-consuming. Yet that's exactly what happens, and it will lead her and her dad on a life-changing adventure. Heartfelt, funny, and true, Emma Mill's second novel is unforgettable. Then it's got a blurb from Booklist, which just says immensely enjoyable, and then Publisher Weekly stated, Mills first and then seamlessly creates art, imitating life, imitating art, while bringing freshness to the familiar romantic conviction she invocates. With taunt, realistic dialogue, she expertly crafts blossoming friendships and nascent romance. I don't know what that word means. And down here from Kirkus Reviews, which was a praise for First and Then, a fresh, smart, innovative, and altogether impressive debut. I also heard this dealt with an author, and ooh, I didn't even notice that. The chapter headings are like little paint blobs, and I love the color blue, and these are like some of my favorite shades, so I was like, why not? I also got The Serpent King by Jeff Zentner, which I only paid $4.29 for. Julie absolutely raves about this book. What does it look like without its dust jacket? Ooh, it's got like the pretty gold and like this cute little green, this like olive green color. Let us see what this is about. Dill has had to wrestle with vipers his whole life. At home, as the only son of a Pentecostal minister who urges him to handle poisonous rattlesnakes, and at school, where he faces down bullies who target him for his father's extreme faith and very public fall from grace. The only antidote to all this venom is his friendship with fellow outcasts Travis and Lydia. But as they are starting their senior year, Dill feels the coils of his future tightening around him. The end of high school will lead to new beginnings for Lydia, whose edgy fashion blog is her ticket out of their rural Texas town. And Travis is happy wherever he is, thanks to his obsession with the epic book series Bloodfall and the Fangirl, who may be turning his harsh reality into a real-life fantasy. Dill's only escapes are his music and his secret feelings for Lydia, neither of which he is brave enough to share. Graduation feels more like an ending to Dill than a beginning, but even before then, he must cope with another ending, one that will rock his life to the core. Debut novelist Jeff Zentner provides an unblinking and at times comic view of the hard realities of growing up in the Bible Belt, and an intimate look at the struggles to find one's true self in the wreckage of the past. God, I can't speak today. I thought this sounded interesting if it's going to be what I think it's going to be, where it's a take on the Bible Belt. I currently live in the Bible Belt, Oklahoma, for instance, which, if you don't know what the Bible Belt means, the Bible Belt of the United States are pretty much Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, at least Oklahoma, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. Straight down the middle of the United States. All the states, which I do believe Nebraska's above Kansas. Don't. It's been a long day, guys. If it's not right, comment down below and tell me how much of an idiot I am. Okay, but I know North Dakota and South Dakota both have their little Bible-ness. Don't think it travels as far into North Dakota, but straight down, it pretty much is the stripe in the middle of the United States, which is the belt of the United States. So, welcome to my own personal hell of being a gay teen. I haven't been a teen for 10 years. Oh my god, for 8 years now. Just turned 28 and I just called myself a gay teen. God, it's been a terrible week. Couple weeks. Sorry, guys. But she raves and she said she bawled her eyes out. And I'm like, some high praises from Julie, so why not? Why not suck it all in? Now, these next two books are by the same author who wrote one of the best books I read this year, Summer of Salt by Katrina Lano. Got 2 out of the 3 other books of hers. Because the Something Something with Molly Pierce book, I don't like the cover because it doesn't match these. So if I like these, I may get that one just so I have her full set. And then read all 4 and give you my thoughts based on author. But I got, for book 1, we got Everything All at Once by Katrina Leno. 24 dares, 3 weeks, take the leap. And can we talk about that cover? And ooh, that whiteness. Like, that cover, though, is just so gorgeous. And I like the fact that it matches the feel of Summer of Salts. Like, okay. Lottie Reeves is not a risk taker. She plays it safe and avoids all the ways she might get hurt. But when her beloved Aunt Helen dies of cancer, Lottie's fears about life and death start spiraling out of control. Aunt Helen, it wasn't a typical aunt. She was the author of the best-selling Alvin Hatter series about siblings who discovered the elixir of immortality. Her writing inspired a generation of readers. She knows how magical writing could be, that words have the power to make you see things differently. In her will, Aunt Helen leaves one writing project left just for Lottie. It's a series of letters, each containing mysterious instructions that are supposed to get Lottie to take a leap, and for once in her life, really live. But when the letters reveal an extraordinary secret about the inspiration for the Alvin Hatter series, Lottie finds herself faced with an impossible choice, one that will force her to confront her greatest fears once and for all. See with the book. Oh, it's just a white book with the purple writing. If you can see it. The purple writing down the side. And on Everything All at Once, I only paid $5.89, which is not bad for a hardback book. But I am sorry, one of the greatest authors. Especially when it's a $17.99 book. Oh, and on the back it says, "My dearest Lottie, here's how it will work. What if your aunt was a famous writer and she left you a series of letters in her will?" Her will? Her will. Sorry. My Oklahoma country accent's coming out. Open these letters in order. What if they contain mysterious instructions? Would you follow them? Do not be overwhelmed by sadness. Would you Apparently can't speak. Would you leap off a cliff? Trust your heart to a boy you just met? It won't do you any good. What if the letters were leading you towards a secret? Eventually, I think something interesting will come out of all of this. And one epic choice you never saw coming. Love, H. I love when they do like stuff like that. The other book I got, which is also by Katrina Leno, is Lost and Found. Which I don't know if you can see all like let me get it really close. Can you see all like the really cute like little scribbles? It says on the front, sometimes you have to get lost before you can be found. Ooh. And I also like the fact that it also had that kind of whimsical like cover feel of Summer of Salt and Everything All at Once. So I'm beginning to feel like covers like this are just gorgeous, and I need more in my life. For some reason, I thought it said penis on the back. We'll get to the back in a minute. Okay, Lost. Franny and Lewis. It's either Lewis or Louise. I'm hoping Lewis because I think it's a guy. Met in an online support group for trauma survivors when they were both little and have been pen pals ever since. They have never met face to face. They don't even know each other's real name. All they know is that they understand each other better than anyone else. They both understand loss, and they both have a tendency to lose things. Well, not lose them exactly. Things just seem to disappear. Found. In Lewis's mailbox is a letter offering him a tennis scholarship, further from home than he's ever allowed himself to think of going. In Franny's mailbox is a letter informing her of her mother's death and one last wish. Setting off from opposite coasts, Franny and Louise each embark on a road trip to Austin, Texas, looking for answers in each other. Along the way, each one begins to find important things the other has lost. And by the time they finally meet in person, they realize that things you lose might be things you weren't meant to have at all. And that you never know what you might find if you take a chance. Ooh, and this one's pretty. It's got like that pretty blue and that white with the ooh. And I like the fact that Lost and Found's there and there, and it's just cute. And on the back, it says socks, pens, tennis balls, t-shirts. Can we be honest? Excuse me for thinking it said penis. My bad, guys. It's been happening since they were little kids. Packs of gum, sunglasses, a wallet, a set of car keys, cups of coffee. They didn't lose things. They left them. A toy helicopter, a tennis racket, a mother, a father, almost a sister, almost each other, and then dot, dot, dot. I like the fact that the side's like just simple black with the white lettering when it's simply white with black. For Lost and Found, I only paid $6.39. Not bad. Okay, this next book I saw on Bookoutlet. It's one of those, oh no, it's a bargain book. It was on sale for $1.79. And it's called Boys of Summer by Jessica Brody. Like, I know it's going to be white, so I'm like, I need to find a way to show white books. Why you gotta be like that? But what intrigued me about this, before I read the thing, is it's a contemporary book about a group of boys. Like a guy perspective, and I'm just like, what? Okay. Meet the boys of Winlock Harbor. Grayson Cartwright, golden boy, football prodigy, troublemaker. Mike Metzler, local heartthrob, surfer boy, hopeless romantic. And Ian Handler, army brat, musician, king of sarcasm. Best friends since they were kids, Grayson, Mike, and Ian were hoping for another epic summer on the locks, filled with clam bakes, bonfires, and late night swims in the ocean. But that was before Ian's dad never returned home from his last deployment. Before Mike had to take on more responsibility in order to help provide for his family. Before Grayson's accident left him with an injured throwing arm and an uncertain future. It's clear this summer on the island is shaping up to be very different from those Grayson, Mike, and Ian have come to rely on. And when the sacred code of never dating a friend's sister or ex is broken, it will push their friendship to an absolute limit, testing their loyalties in a way that could either break them or save them. And I was just very intrigued by the fact that it's about a group of male friends. You don't see that a lot in a YA novel, which, by the way, I do believe all of these are YA. I have a problem. And to check this out for $1.79, if I don't like it, big whoop-de-doo. Spent $2. Whatever. On the back it reads, "Welcome to Winlock Harbor, where the weather's always sunny, the water is the perfect temperature, and the boardwalk boasts the best food around. Where best friends Grayson, Mike, and Ian first met as kids, building a sandcastle on a cloudless beach day, and where this summer the loyalties of a lifelong friendship will begin to unravel. Just thought it was interesting, and I've been wanting to get into contemporary a lot more, and I was like, why not? Why not check it out? This next book I got because I ordered the British covers of all three of these books, and then I found a signed copy of the third one of the American hardback covers. So I decided I'm going to collect all three because I love the American covers and I love the British covers. But the British had a woman on it that just creeped me the fuck out. And I just had to have it. But I love this author to pieces. I read her Unnaturally series back in high school. Want to say it's Unnaturally. But I also follow her on like everything, and she is like a doll. So I was like, why not? I want to support her, and I'm really gonna love this series. Is the first one to the And I Darken series by Kristen White. And I spent $7.49 on this, and it's just a gorgeous cover. And the only thing I really know about this series, because I'm not going to read the synopsis, because it's a fantasy, and some fantasies I like to go in blind. This being one of them, which, ooh, let's look at the undercover. Ooh, I don't know if you can see the imprint here, but there's an imprint of like a lotus flower. And then it just says, and I darken and pretty. Right on. But all I know is this is a gender-bent retelling of Vlad the Impaler, aka Dracula. Why not? That one, you're not going to get an explanation for. And wow, that's a lot taller than my contemporaries. Damn. And last but not least is this book, which I paid the most for. Got this one for $8.59, and that is The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodore Goss. I had heard about the sequel, The Extraordinary Lives of Something, which is like twice as big, from Sam at Tomes. Sam's at Tomes, or however you say her name. I'll link her down below along with Julie and Chelsea and all them, so you can check them out. They're all amazing. But she had stated that the second book in the series was pretty much leaving Extraordinary Gentlemen just with females. So I was like, hey, I found the first one, and I'm like, let's check it out. Which, by the way, that corner just looks so pretty. And what does it look like without the cover? Oh, 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 and it's got like this like indent of, I think, a wine glass. But let me tell you what this book is about. And to get it for $8.59 when it's $24.99 usually, that's good. Mary Jekyll, alone and penniless, following her parents' death, quickly finds herself drawn into the secrets of her father's mysterious past. A clue leads her to believe that Edward Hyde, her father's former friend and murderer, may be nearby. And there still is a reward for information leading to his capture. A reward that would solve all of her immediate financial woes. But her hunt leads her not to Edward Hyde, but to Diana, his daughter, a near feral child left to be raised by nuns. Nuns? The fuck? Sorry. With the assistance of Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson, which I've been getting into a lot of those, we'll explain in another video. Mary continues her search for the elusive Hyde, and soon gathers around her more women, all of whom have been created through terrifying experimentation. Beatrice Rappaccini, Chinini, Catherine Moray, and Justine Frankenstein. When their investigations lead them to discovery of a secret society of immoral and power-crazed scientists, the horrors of their past soon arrive on their doorsteps as well. And now it is up to the 5 of them to stop the malicious machinations of the Société des Alchimistes. I'm just going to assume that means the Society of the Alchemists. I don't speak French or is that Italian? Don't know. Sorry for pronunciations, guys. Quite simply, it is time for the monsters to triumph over the monstrous. And it just sounded really cute. And anything that gives me Gentleman's Guide. Whoa, that is totally something different. Anything that gives me League of Extraordinary Gentlemen vibes, I'm all there for. That is one of my all-time favorite movies. So, those are the 6 books that I got. A lot of which, because box is empty. A lot of which I got for contemporary fun, so you'll see a lot of them later. But let's go back over them. The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss, which I only paid $8.59 for. Not bad. And Adzarken by Kristen White. Only have to get the second one now in hardback. And I'll have her series twice. Which I paid $7.49 for. Boys of Summer by Jessica Brody. Paid $1.79. Lost and Found and Everything All at Once by Katrina Lino. Lost and Found was $6.39. All at Once, $5.89. The Serpent King by Jeff Zetner, which was $4.29. And then the only paperback, because they didn't have a hardback, sorry. This Adventure Ends for $3.19 for a total of $37.63. Not bad for 6 books, when 5 of which are hardback. Go me. These are the books. Hope I don't drop them. Hope you loved this. If you enjoyed this unboxing, let me know, and if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button down below. If you love this video, hit that like. And remember, kids, reading is what's fundamental. Until next time, bye.